Paul Lowe, lovely to be chatting with you again. And I hope you're having a jolly nice time in sunny Spain. It's a bit overcast here today.
Yes, it's very nice, Elaine, and thank you for inviting me on.
Marvellous. So we're going to talk about a little bit, without giving away secrets, because we want people to read this lovely book. We're going to talk a little bit about your chapter in the Perfect Health, Perfect Stories, Volume 1. And the title of your chapter is From Pain to Purpose. It's a question of how. And when you say how, with you, it's not the word how as such, it's H-A-W, isn't it? It's a set of letters. What does the how mean?
The how, as you quite rightly allude to, Elaine, is an acronym for health, which is the very foundation. Others, which is relationships, and W is for wealth.
Okay, so why have you chosen that acronym? What does health, others, and wealth have in connection with your chapter From Pain to Purpose?
Well, From Pain to Purpose is the first of my 3 pillars. So the 3 pillars of life that are the model I've developed over the years, which is based on real hard-nosed practical experience, as well as researching some of the world's top practitioners. And that's based on the first pillar is purpose, because we all need a reason to get out of bed every day. The second pillar is prosperity. Getting out of bed and just existing is not enough. We need to actually enjoy our life and be happy and healthy, which kind of is tied in obviously to the health angle. And then the third one is the philanthropy. I don't know why I use that P, because I struggle to say the word philanthropy. So essentially, as I say, then that journey is based on real decades of hard-learned experience, taking the lessons out, research, and being inspired by some of the world's top practitioners, as I've already alluded to.
Okay, and also from your own story, your own personal experiences of pain that you went through in your childhood, and how you've developed through as an adult now, and the philanthropy part of it, you giving back, isn't it? So it's the pain that you've gone through, how you've struggled, what you've struggled with, how it affected you. And how you sort of come out the other side and still learning as we all are. We learn every day, don't we?
Absolutely, yeah. And the philanthropy is an interesting one, because I think it's fair to say that most people assume that that's, in basic terms, putting your hand in your pockets and giving that way. And, and yes, I do give that way, financially support a lot of charitable and community organisations. But for me, Elaine, it's more important to understand that actually there's so much stuff that we can give that doesn't revolve around money. Just simple things in life that we take for granted. Give our hearts, for example, to strangers. By that I mean, we see somebody that might be sort of in challenging circumstances at any one given moment in time. People that are currently sleeping on the streets is one example that comes to mind. And just sort of giving them 2 or 3 minutes or 5 minutes of your time, and just let them know that somebody cares, and sharing, buying them a cup of coffee and just having a chat to let them know that actually they do matter and somebody does really care.
Absolutely, everybody matters. I don't care who you are, how posh you are, how much money you've got. We all deserve, the same good opportunities in life, and unfortunately it doesn't always work out that way. But for those less fortunate, it's always lovely, even if it's just a smile, as you say, a bit of your time. Money isn't necessarily the thing to give. Time and a smile, and love and friendship, that's huge, isn't it?
Oh, it's priceless. Money can't buy it. I think the Beatles actually made a record about that, didn't they?
They did.
And I think we're at that certain time of life, Elaine, me and you, where we can actually remember that. Or should I not say the royal we?
I think we are very similar age, absolutely, and we're wearing similar colours. We're in the blue team today.
Yeah.
So the chapter that you wrote for the book, which is coming out in September, what sort of led you to choose that particular topic and title for the chapter?
Well, from pain to purpose, Elaine, is the journey from that to the first pillar, to purpose, from pain to purpose. And so rather than write a sort of complete overview of the whole journey, then on to prosperity, then on to philanthropy, I mean, that's a lifetime's work for me personally, and stuff has been written about that. But I wanted to make it really focused around the health angle, that first pillar of purpose. And, my journey, and this sounds very paradoxical, but my journey from pain to purpose was one that was very much focused around health. And when I say that's paradoxical, in fact, I think it's just downright contradictory about what I'm going to say. I, for many years, battled an addiction of alcohol. So it wasn't unusual for me to be spending time on park benches and just basically, got off the bus of society and just buried my head in the bottle for years. But it's interesting with that, because that was what I now learn. My behaviour was addictive. It's not a label I now embrace as, I am an alcoholic. I don't have that at all. I've buried that label and it will never return. So it's all about sort of saying, look, no matter what your circumstances are, because circumstances are relative in life. Mine were very, very poor. As I say, park benches, months round the clock drinking, but somehow I always had that little glint in my eye around understanding health. And this was a guy that, was basically living off sausage rolls out the shop, between drinking. So, I was the epitome of not being healthy, but I never actually let go of the need to be healthy. And so I knew that one of the things as a matter of priority when I'd come off my self-imposed drinking stint was, right, okay, let's get down the gym now. Let's be getting up in the morning and doing 5-mile runs. It was literally from black to white in everything I did. And, my health was the epitome of that, really, Elaine.
Okay, so this chapter is about a glimpse into how you were behaving and how you sort of started to climb out from the pain that you were going through to purpose. So I'm not going to ask you any more about it, because we want people to read the chapter. I've read it, and it's very inspiring and very humbling as well. So thank you very much for contributing to the book, Paul, and for spending a brief time with me this afternoon. We look forward to publishing later on this year.
Thank you, Elaine. It's been an absolute honour to be invited. So sincere gratitude to you for that. Thank you.